coming to the, as I told you that Bhagavat Gita connects us with our practical life. First, he starts with this wisdom of the self. And now he's coming to the practical life. He says, Arjuna, whatever sufferings that we have, or whatever happiness that we have, it is only a reaction with this worldly object with our senses. It has nothing to do with us. Only when our senses, comes in contact with the objects of the external world, then they create certain vibration within us. Some object creates a certain vibration, some object creates certain vibration. Some vibrations gives us happiness. Some vibrations gives us pain, gives us suffering. It's only this contact with the senses and the external object. It has nothing to do with you. So whatever challenges you have, whatever sufferings you have to undergo titiksha. He adds one word to us, titiksha. Titiksha means the process by which we only bear, we only face it, but we do not do anything to get rid of that. Like there are three kinds of sufferings that we have: Adi-Daivik, Adi-Bhautik, Adhyatmik. Adi-Daivik means something which happens where I have no control. Like my friend's father died. I'm going to my friend's house to have a lunch with him. Suddenly my friend's father dies, and his lunch is cancelled. And we suffer. My friend is crying and all these sufferings comes. Or something happens somewhere. Something in which we do not have any control. There's an accident in the plane. This crash is there. This is there. That is that. Adi Daivik. It happens because of this divine inspiration. All these things. So they also cause sufferings to us. Then there is another suffering called Adi Bhautik. There is floods. There is, drought. Sometimes we hear that the forest of America, they get fire. There is cyclone, there is tsunami, there is this. So all kinds of suffering which comes to us from the nature is called Adi Bhautik. And Adhyatmik means spiritual sufferings. The sufferings that comes to us from the body and mind is called spiritual sufferings. So always a man has to go through these three sufferings. That is why when we speak of the mantra, when we chant the mantra, you will see that we say Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Why do we say this three times? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We say this three times because there are three kinds of sufferings: Adi-Daivik, Adi-Bhautik, and Adhyatmik. So with every sufferings we say Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Adi-Daivik Shanti, Adi-Bhautik Shanti, Adhyatmik Shanti. All these sufferings should calm down, and I should be happy. I should be, still and quiet and tranquil. So Krishna says that all these sufferings will come. But these sufferings are only because of the attachment of your senses with the external objects. It has nothing to do with you. Only have titiksha, bear it, without making any effort to better it. Don't do any effort to get rid of it. Just face it. Just face it and bear it. This is called titiksha. Why? Why this titiksha? Why do you have to only bear all kinds of sufferings that we have? Why we should not get rid of that? Krishna says, by doing this, or Vedanta says, by doing this, we get rid of all the past impressions of our mind, sanskars. Why is this sufferings? The sufferings is also because of our past impression that I am a jiva. I am a body. I am an individual soul. This knowledge of the individual soul, this knowledge of the jiva comes to us. I inherit this from my past impression, from my sanskar. I have always thought myself as a jiva, and that is why I always think myself to be jiva. I'm used to thinking myself to be a jiva, to be an individual soul, which is having this birth and death, which is full of qualities, which have this birth and death. I am the jiva. So I'm used to think like this. And I think it because I'm used to think my sanskar is like this. So when we undergo this process of titiksha, just forbearance, whatever happens, I will not react. If somebody says something, like we see in the life of Buddha, he's going to seek alms from people after becoming a monk. A person comes and spits on his face. Buddha is unmoved. He's unmoved, he's still quiet. He passes in this way. This is the way a person, a spiritual seeker should be, the quality of the spiritual seeker. Every knowledge has got its qualification. This supreme knowledge also has a qualification. This also talks about the qualification of the seeker. The qualification of the seeker is this, that they have to have, bear all this. Whatever comes, don't react. It's not becoming weak. You can react, but no, you should not. You should not. Just bear it. Just bear it. Just bear it. And as you do it, you see that you are getting rid of these past impressions. Your mind is becoming clear. Your mind, this compactness within the mind. We are all compact within the mind. We don't have space within the mind. The mind is very, very compact. We don't have space, and that is why we are suffocating. Everybody is suffocating, trying to go here, go there, searching space. But this external space does nothing to us. We can go somewhere. But again, we have to come back to that place like an elastic. It will bring us to that point again. So the space is created only when we go through these sufferings without any complaint. Suffer. We know about a character called Kunti in the Mahabharata. Kunti is the mother of the Pandavas. From the whole life she suffered. She became mother when she was a teenager, but she had to give up her son. And then she was married to Pandu, but she was not happy at all. Pandu died, and she was always, burdened with a huge sufferings, always. People tried to kill her, people tried to, disown her from their property, everything happened. All her life is the life of sufferings. At the end of her life, after the end of Mahabharata war, Krishna came. Krishna was the relative of Kunti. Kunti was the aunt of Krishna. So Krishna said, Auntie, ask me something, whatever you want, I will give you. Because you have suffered for your whole life. Any kind of happiness, any kind of pleasure you want, ask me. Kunti said, Oh Krishna, bless me that I always have these sufferings all my life. Because within these sufferings, I always see you. You are always with me. So when we suffer, we see God always with us. We feel God always with us. But here, what we have to do, if we try to get rid of those sufferings, we will never feel God. We have to leave ourselves in the hands of these sufferings. Do whatever you like. And that is why Swami Vivekananda at one time said, Jantrana you are also mother. O sufferings, you are also mother. You're also mother. Whatever suffering I have, you're also mother. So this, when when we go through these sufferings only, and we do not resist it, we do not resist it, we do not look for a path to go beyond this, we see God always with us. There's a beautiful story, which I heard a long time ago. That there was a devotee. He was a devotee of Lord. So one day Lord became very happy with him and he appeared before the devotee. And Lord said, you ask any boon, whatever boon you have, you ask. The devotee said, Lord, I do not need anything. Only you stay with me, that's all. Don't go away. Please stay with me always. The Lord says that, okay, I'm with you. Wherever you go, I will be with you. So the devotee was, passing his good times. Good times. Wherever he goes, there's a good time, people accept him. But the devotee asked, Lord, how can I understand that you are always with me? Lord said that when you will turn back, you will see 2 footsteps. One is yours, one is mine. Okay. So wherever he used to go, he used to turn back and he used to see these 2 footsteps. And his days and nights were full of happiness. Everywhere he had only success and happiness. One day, suddenly he saw that all his happiness has gone. All kind of challenges started to come. His life was slowly becoming hell. All kinds of suffering started to come. His money went, everything went. And he became a poor man and sufferings. And at one time he thought that if God is with me, then why is this sufferings? He turned back and he saw that there is only 1 footstep. He thought that God left me. And he was very angry with God. That in the time of challenge, in the time of need, God left me. So these days, these bad days continued for some time, and at one time these bad days finished. And again these good days came. One day, when these good days again came, one day, suddenly he looked back and he saw that there are 2 footprints again. He became more angry. He said, God, what is this? At the time of my distress, you are not there. Now I'm good. I have good time. Now you are again here. God appeared and said, who told you that at the time of distress I was not there? How were you there? I only see one footprint. God said, that footprint was mine. It was not yours. If that is mine, then where did my footprint go? God said that, how will you have a footprint? You were in my laps at that time. When this bad time was there, I was holding you within my laps. You are not in the ground, so you couldn't have this footprint. So this is the thing. When there is sufferings, there is always God with us. So suffer. And the wise always ask for more sufferings, because they know that if we suffer, the Lord will always be there. So here also Krishna says, O Arjuna, perform this act of titiksha. Don't complain. Whenever you are complaining, you are missing something. Suffering comes, welcome it. Welcome. Love it. Keep it with you. Because this is the only thing which will take you to God. God